West End Garage Dundee, and now also Perth Honda for the full Honda range and over 150 used cars. Book your test drive today.
Aitken Wines, supporting Scottish rugby. Make time for good wine.
Today we're back on league business, and we're better than Maleny Park, where Currie take on Dundee in Premier A. The Dundee side here are been badly hit by injuries. Ian Rankins had to bring in a lot of reserves for this game, and they're up against a very powerful looking Currie side. All their big players are there in the backs and in the forwards. Going to be a tough one for Dundee this afternoon. And 9 minutes into the game, 22 restart by Dundee. The ball gets to Ross Weston, and Ross Weston is over the 10-metre line, over the halfway line, over Dundee's 10-metre line. Tom Brown in support, up to Mark Cairns. Cairns tackle just short, up to Stu Stevenson, and the hooker plunges over for the opening try. What a smashing score to open the game. Hayden Abercrombie, straightforward kick, gets Currie off the mark in a game they know they have to win to stay in the Premier title race. And Dundee, they weren't here just to make up the numbers this afternoon, and they're sniffing around the Currie try line. Alan Brown knocked over there by Richard Snedden. Oh, and a steal there by Andy McMahon. That certainly took the pressure off. But then it was straight back on again when Dougie Fife was taken out on the 22. And Currie forwards getting there. Simonson knocked back there by Richie McKeever. Laying the ball back nice and tidy, but oh, Matt Scott guddling that one a wee bit. The ball's going loose. Snaffled up by Andy Redmayne. Was it a try? No. Knocked on as he went over. And back for the scrum. Currie got over that wee bit of panic. Started to turn the screw again. Going through the phases, moving up towards the Dundee line. The big men queuing up for this one. Simonson having a wee dip round the fringes. Well taken out by Simon Forrest. Lovely wee chip through there by Matt Scott, but whoa, finally touched down by Alan Hay to save the day for Dundee. Long kick downfield. Currie running it back into the Dundee half. Out there to Andy McMahon. Inside ball to Finlay Gillis. And there's James Eddy in support. A lovely return pass to Gillis for a try. Great to see James Eddy there, back from injury and supporting to make that try for the hooker. Hayden Abercrombie. Whoa, that was a good kick on a day like today. That takes the score to Currie 14, Dundee 0 after 34 minutes. Dundee are going to have to do something to get back into the game. Jamie Urquhart up to the 10-metre line. And both packs scrambling like mad for that. And penalty, Dundee. Quick tap by Darryl Russell. Busting through a couple of tackles there, up to the 22. Dundee arriving in numbers. And Alan Brown calling for a bit of help. Andy Dimmock doesn't need it, neither does Rick McKenna, because that was as sweet a drop goal as you'll see. Taking the half-time score to Currie 14, Dundee 3.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
West End Garage Dundee, and now also Perth Honda for the full Honda range and over 150 used cars. Book your test drive today.
Aitken Wines, supporting Scottish rugby. Make time for good wine.
Not a lot in it going into the second half, Currie, knowing they're going to have to crank up their game. And Finlay Gillis again The man taking that ball from the line out. Oh, and he's still going. And can they stop the wee man? No, they can't. Whoa, what a try. That was a lot of hard work there by Finlay Gillis. It's true what they say, good gear comes in small book. Because he takes an awful lot of stopping, that man. Abercrombie pops over the conversion. Currie now starting to stretch away. Pick up at the back of the scrum by Ross Weston. Laying the ball back, Richard Snedden. Up to Ryan Wilson. Now the ball being spread wide. Oh, wee bit of a guddle there. Tidied up by James Eddy. Andy McMahon. The ball out to Mark Cairns. Tom Brown in the line. And taking on the defence, and the final pass out to Dougie Fife in at the corner. A smashing try again, and that one racks up the bonus for Currie. Keeping up the pressure on the Dundee line, asking a lot of questions of the defence now. John Cox knocked over there by Andy Little. Ball coming back for Snedden. Moved out wide again. Abercrombie knocked over by Mike Brown. Currie keeping up the pressure, making the yards. Untidy ball again this time. Cox back on the ball, thumping through. Snedden, a lovely wee offload there to Andy Adam. James Eddy, Matt Scott, and oh, great offload to James Johnson in for the try. James Eddy getting a wee pat there for being the link man. Great to see him back after injury. He'll be back in a Glasgow jersey very soon. Abercrombie converts with an assist from the post. And Dundee playing for pride, but Richie Hawkins, he'll run all afternoon, and so will that man, Simon Forrest. Currie not making it easy for them, but Alan Dimmock beavering in there. Out to McKenna. No gaps in the Currie defence. Jamie Urquhart out to Mike Brown. Nice wee dip down the side, but taken out by Andrew Benicos. All coming back in the Dundee side. Dimmock out to McKenna. Oh, wee fumble there. But still, Dundee kept on the pressure. Dimmock again, this time to Darryl Russell. Snagged by several Currie shirts. Dimmock popped up this time to Rob Sesford. Out to McKenna. McKenna, oh, thumping tackle there by Matt Scott. Ball spill forward and attack over. And Currie worked their way down to the other end of the field. And a big drive on. This is a big, powerful Currie pack. And a big, powerful man at number 8, Ross Weston, driving over for try number 6. Change of kicker, same result. Matt Scott straight through the posts, 40 points to 3 with a couple of minutes to go. Dundee have had a very hard afternoon against a powerful Currie side. Great take there by Ryan Wilson. And Currie weren't finished yet. Still playing great rugby from inside their own half. James Johnson, Johnny Smith, inside to Tom Brown. And the big fullback over in the corner. Oh, Currie started with a belter of a try, and they finished with a belter. Matt Scott through the post with a conversion. Final score, Currie 47, Dundee 3.
Great win. We took in what we've learnt from the British and Irish Cups, matches that we've played, and our intensity of the game. So yeah, great win.
A hard shift for Dundee at Maleny Park. But for Currie, well, they're still on track. They've got some big games coming up. It's tight at the top in the title race. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Currie.